watching these media pundits like S.E. Cupp this morning lecturing us about us choosing who gets to live and die because we want to wear masks, or we don't want to wear masks, or we want to be able to congregate and go to the beach. Shut up, respectfully, because you know what? There are people's lives who are being risked and in danger right now because you, holier than thou people, are choosing how they should live their lives.
Chip, have you heard any data or been privy to anything that can explain why I can go to Costco and touch everything in every aisle that everyone else has touched? And I'm not in danger there, apparently. That's an essential business. I'm not in danger of getting coronavirus by doing so. But I can't go and sit in the corner of my local restaurant everywhere in America and have a meal brought to me. I can't be socially distanced in a movie theater where I could go get my own popcorn and everything else, but I can go to Menards and Lowe's and touch every tool on the shelf that everyone else has touched. Okay, can you help me make sense of any of that? Tell me.
Well, first of all, as bad as Hollywood's been for the last 20 years, everybody's social distance when they go to movie theaters, but that's a different issue. But look, this raises two things for me. Number one, when I hear you make that argument, and I've seen some of my friends make that argument, or frankly, people that I'm not, close with online make that argument, my concern is the reaction is going to be to clamp down on Costco and Lowe's and Home Depot and everything else, right? That's going to be the response. Instead, it should be the other way. And what's happening is this is the government picking winners and losers. That's what this is all about. This is about them saying, well, you can exist. You can go about your livelihoods, right? You're essential. And the fact is, every business in America is essential to the owner of that business and the employees who work there. Talk to the 30 million unemployed. Every life that is being lost right now because a woman today is going to find out she's got stage 4 breast cancer tomorrow, when she should have found out 3 weeks ago that she had stage 2 breast cancer, or whatever it is. This is the choice that others are making for you. This is the winners and losers problem. And so the gall of these elitist people sitting in their apartments in Washington, D.C., New York, or frankly, let's be honest, Austin, Texas, or Lansing, Michigan, or any other state capital around the nation, those people are sitting there in their apartments getting served by people out and about, getting stuff delivered from Amazon, going out and getting food at the local grocery store that a trucker had to go drive around America to get that food to them. First responders, doctors, cops, everybody who are out on the street, who are out engaged in doing this stuff. And they want to sit there and get all their free stuff or get their stuff given to them that they're paying for, but getting delivered to them without having to go out and work in the marketplace themselves, without having to show up. And this is what's happening with Congress. Congress is MIA. Nancy Pelosi's not letting us even get to the House of Representatives to debate this stuff when our future hangs in the balance, when we've unloaded $3 trillion with no oversight. It's absolutely unbelievable where we currently stand as a nation in terms of lack of leadership, lack of actual sanity in our decision making. And you see it play out every day with winners and losers being chosen and picked by government. And it's got to stop. That's why I've started Let America Open. That's why I'm going to keep fighting through this. People say, oh, but there's going to be so many people. You're in a race. It's a tough general election race. And I don't care whether or not this works one way or the other with respect to voters or whatever. I think the American people are clamoring to get back to work. I think it's going to be electorally positive, but that's not my job. My job is to lead. Our nation hangs in the balance. 30 million unemployed 6 weeks in. Do people know where we're headed? Do they understand what they're looking at? They don't. They're not staring in the mirror and looking at an America decimated, where their kids and their grandkids inherit 30, 40, $50 trillion in debt, high levels of unemployment, depression era kind of situation, inability to get food supply chains getting decimated, meat packing plants unable to deliver meat, restaurants stopping to serve that meat. We're taking massive steps backward from the greatest economy in the history of mankind because a handful of idiots are making decisions for the American people, and it's got to stop. As you and I say, return power to the American people. Let America open. We got to get moving now.
That's very well said. I've got a couple minutes left, brother. Let's make it personal. Yeah. You're a cancer survivor. Can you just describe for our audience what that form of healthcare that's being denied a lot of Americans, right? What kind of loss of life we could be looking at on the back end of this because of what we did to our healthcare system and the law of unintended consequences, based on your own experience fighting that?
Well, when I was going through that, it was 9 years ago this coming July that I was diagnosed. It's coming up on it. And I had a 2-year-old daughter a 3-month-old daughter and an almost 2-year-old son. And, we went through it. And what did that mean? It meant an enormous number of scans. It meant an immediate reaction to that. I started treatment 2 weeks after I was diagnosed. I had stage 3 Hodgkin's lymphoma. What if we'd have been in the middle of this nonsense when I was diagnosed? Suddenly stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma seems a lot worse. Suddenly it gets into your bone marrow and suddenly you're fighting a very different fight. Mm-hmm. That is absolutely unacceptable in the United States of America. And I'm watching these media pundits like S.E. Cupp this morning lecturing us about us choosing who gets to live and die because we want to wear masks or, we don't want to wear masks or we want to be able to congregate and go to the beach. Shut up, respectfully. Because you know what? There are people's lives who are being risked and in danger right now because you, holier than thou people, are choosing how they should live their lives. The cancer patient who needs to get a scan, the heart patient who needs to get blood work done, right? The person suffering from mental health, the opioid addict, all of the people who are suffering with day-to-day maladies who can't get care because we've laid off half our damned healthcare system. Mayo Clinic's laid off 30,000 people. Also, these social elites can feel good about themselves and virtue signal about wearing masks. Enough. Knock this crap off. This is the greatest country in the history of the world because of the people, because of freedom, not because some bureaucrats are telling us how to live our lives so that they can feel good about themselves when they go to their little cocktail circles in D.C. in a few weeks and laugh about how they knew what was best for all of us. That's not who we are as Americans, and it has to end.
Great stuff, my good friend Congressman Chip Roy from Texas. Chip, one more time, how can folks follow on Twitter and what's the website?
Yeah, letamericaopen.com, and we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, Let America Open. Look, let's all work together. We've got to do this. We can do it. I think a V-bounce is tough every day that goes by. I still have the belief that the freight train is moving enough that we can get it going if we just step on the gas now. But we got to step on the gas. Ignore your governors. If you're a doctor, go give those scans. Demand those police do something about it. They won't. Those chicken craps, they won't do it. Go give the scans. Go help people. Open up your doctor's office. Open up your businesses. Take care of your families. Stop letting these petty tyrants determine how you're going to live your life. And God bless the woman in Dallas, who's got a hair salon, who's basically telling the local officials there to pound sand. Do what's in your best interest for your family. That's who we are as Americans. And if we do that and we let America open, we'll be able to get through this for our kids and grandkids.